Good, y'all? I'm Jerry, about to check out 10 WWE wrestlers who were pushed beyond their merit. This video is by WrestleMania. I can name a few people who was pushed beyond their merit that when they wasn't even ready to even be in a spot like that, such as we see Jack Swagger, Vladimir Kozlov. They pushed to the moon during like 2009, 2010. The Great Khali, he wasn't ready. Mark Henry at one time, but they kept kind of repackaging Mark Henry a lot. Who else? Eva Marie and many more. We about to hop into the video, man. See who WrestleMania has on this list. So let's go.
Common in WWE for a wrestler to be pushed who simply isn't ready. A specific wrestler will be given the push of a lifetime, but the reality is that they have yet to develop the skills they need to be a top star in the company.
They should have pushed John Morrison during that time.
WWE eventually gives up on this chosen individual, but sometimes their stubbornness means that they will outright refuse to cancel the push, and the wrestler will remain a lower card talent for the rest of their days in the company. Join us now as WrestleMania looks at 10 WWE wrestlers who were pushed beyond their merit. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos and follow.
I wonder who we got first.
Also check out our new channel, WrestleMania Shorts.
Who's number 10?
Number 10,
Luther Reigns. I remember him.
One of the more forgotten about stars of the Ruthless Aggression era was Luther Reigns.
They should have pushed Mark
Reigns was given
Jindrak.
a substantial push upon joining the main roster, as he would join forces with Kurt Angle, which instantly
Mark
gave him
Jindrak should have got a
to
push.
success. The issue was that Reigns was just so dull that fans didn't care about him. The Ruthless Aggression era was a time where fans wanted exciting, hard-hitting matches, and slow and plodding big men such as Reigns weren't going to get over. Reigns would be given absolute icons to work with, such as Eddie Guerrero and The Undertaker, but even when these legends failed to make fans see Reigns as a top guy, Reigns would eventually be released, and WWE no doubt regret putting in so much time and effort into trying making Reigns a main event player.
He got arrested a couple years ago.
The Big Show in 1999. Long before the Big Show was certified as one of the greatest big men in WWE history, he was given a huge push early on in his WWE
when he first
career,
got in there.
but it completely fell flat. Big Show would win the title at the 1999 Survivor Series, but this wasn't a role that Big Show was ready for. He had failed to put it all together in the ring, and his promo and character work was lackluster at best. This was during a time where wrestlers such as The Rock, Triple H and Mankind were all super over, and WWE's decision to go with the Big Show simply didn't work. Thankfully, in later years, Big Show would truly come into his own in WWE. His later world title reigns were considerably better. Number 8, Ezekiel Jackson. It was clear based on Ezekiel Jackson's presentation that WWE saw dollar signs when it came to his character.
Big Z back in the day,
Jackson had an imposing physique, but when the bell rang, he failed to deliver in virtually all of his matches. Jackson would be given extensive and excessive pushes during his tenure in the company. He would even defeat Christian to become the last ever ECW champion.
Yeah, some type of injury he got when he went to SmackDown.
When Jackson became Intercontinental Champion. But his title reign was a total dud, and WWE eventually decided to go in a different direction with one of their more prestigious titles. They were adamant on making Jackson a star, and it took them a long time to realize that he wasn't as good as they initially thought, and by 2014, he was released from the company. Number 7, Shane McMahon. Shane McMahon had always been presented as the untrained wrestler who was solid at brawling, but in 2019, they went too far with their presentation of the prodigal son. McMahon would turn heel by attacking the world. A ton of TV time. It made fans loathe the WWE product. McMahon was legitimately presented as the biggest star in the company, and he would attain wins over the likes of The Miz, and even defeat Roman Reigns on pay-per-view. This push went on for months on end, and it was during a time when Kofi Kingston was WWE champion.
2019,
was pushed aside in favor of this truly awful push.
Best in the world.
WWE made a bold and
I was surprised when they let him be champion.
Jinder Mahal would go from jobber to WWE champion. There were business
reasons
for Mahal's push, but the problem was that Mahal was not at the level of other top stars. Mahal was average in the ring, and he had a lack of presence as a top star. Mahal had spent years as a jobber, and he lacked conviction as a WWE champion. He'd wrestled the likes of Randy Orton and Shinsuke Nakamura at pay-per-view, and these matches were passable at best. And it was clear that WWE had pushed a talent who wasn't cut out for the main event scene. Number 5, Ryback. And there's no denying in 2012,
I used to like Ryback back in the day.
Popular talents in WWE. Ryback's Goldberg-esque presentation had worked, and Ryback's catchphrase of "Feed me more" was immensely popular with a PG audience. When Ryback was pushed into the main event scene, it became obvious relatively quickly that he wasn't ready for the big time. Ryback was terrible at delivering promos, and his match quality wasn't at the level of other top stars such as CM Punk, John Cena, and Daniel Bryan. The aura surrounding Ryback quickly disappeared, as Ryback lacked the tools needed to remain a main eventer.
Yeah.
They didn't give up, as they eventually turned him heel in 2013. This heel turn
That
would
meat
involve
hook
a
clothesline was
with John
something serious
Cena,
back in the
but
day.
This feud was incredibly dull.
Backpack stunner.
Ryback came across as more of a comedic character than a menacing, viable threat. Once the feud with Cena was over, Ryback would fall dramatically down the card, and he would never be considered for a world title feud ever again. Number 4.
That's probably why he's so
Mabel.
bitter.
The WWE product in 1995 was struggling to find an audience. The cartoonish style of programming WWE were delivering wasn't connecting with the fans, and some of the wrestlers who Vince McMahon was adamant on pushing were failing to get over. One of these wrestlers was a near
Mabel.
500-pound Mabel, who McMahon believed could be potentially the next top guy in the company.
How?
Mabel was below average in the
Ooh.
ring, and there was no demand to see him in a substantial role.
R.I.P.
So when
Mabel,
won
though.
the 1995
Viscera.
King of the Ring,
I knew him as
fans were
Viscera
less than
back in the
excited.
day.
Mabel, in the biggest match of his career, would take on Diesel at the SummerSlam pay-per-view, and this match just so happened to be for the WWE title. The match was
he win?
incredibly poor, and arguably one of the worst matches in SummerSlam history. Mabel even hurt Diesel in the match, and this almost led to McMahon firing him with immediate effect. The SummerSlam match would mark the end of Mabel's push in WWE,
Ooh.
but slowly but surely, McMahon would realize that he needed to change his strategy when it came to talent he pushed in the main event scene. Number 3,
Ronda
Ronda
Rousey.
Rousey. When WWE signed Ronda Rousey in 2018, there was a ton
Man,
of
she
buzz.
came in with a
Rousey
lot of
was one
hype,
the
though.
biggest names in UFC history, and she'd always spoken positively about WWE, so there was an exciting opportunity for WWE to add a huge star into their growing women's division. Rousey's first run in the company was acclaimed by many, as her matches were mostly well received, and Rousey would have great matches with Nia
She
Jax.
adapted so well.
Nobody saw coming. Nevertheless, when she returned in 2022, everything
Yeah.
felt different. The Rousey
didn't-
of old had gone, and Rousey was now a clumsy,
Yeah,
borderline
it
reckless
didn't-
wrestler, and it was obvious
it's
that her heart was
two
in
different
it.
things.
She would have poor matches with the likes of Charlotte Flair and Liv Morgan, but even though Rousey's work had dramatically regressed, WWE continued to push, unfortunately
Still
to
to
the
this day.
detriment of other women in the division.
They continuing to
It's
push her.
unclear what happened, but Rousey's second run in the WWE has failed in every aspect, and ultimately they should
Her
have
mic
taken
work
action and
ain't there no
realized that
more,
just
and
because
ring stuff
Rousey's
ain't
a
there.
huge star, it doesn't mean she should be performing at an elite level.
No.
Number 2,
Vladimir
Vladimir
Kozlov.
Kozlov. WWE were insisting
They pushed
on
him
making
to the
Vladimir
moon back in
Kozlov
09.
the next top heel in WWE.
He had
Kozlov
matches
in
with
2008
Triple
would
H,
embark on a
John
winning
Cena,
streak. What
Undertaker.
was damaging about this presentation was that the fans failed to react. as
He had
if
no
was a
mic
top
skills.
star. He had a lack
He
of
could barely even
presence in
speak
the ring,
English.
and his in-ring work wasn't as the standard fans wanted. He would be involved in pay-per-view matches with
Triple
the likes
H,
of Triple H,
Jeff
and
Hardy.
even someone as talented as the game wasn't able to get a good match out of him. In 2009, WWE even had Kozlov defeat The Undertaker on SmackDown.
Yep.
There were even rumors that he was going to face him at WrestleMania 25.
Hell no.
Thankfully, after a few months, WWE realized that
They
Kozlov
went with
wasn't
Shawn
a top
Michaels.
star, and they had pushed him way beyond his merit. And number 1, The Great Khali. Debuting in 2006, The Great Khali was instantly presented as a menacing figure in WWE. Khali would defeat The Undertaker on pay-per-view, and it was made clear to fans that Khali was someone they needed to take seriously. Outside of Khali's height, there was nothing remotely special about him. He could barely move in the ring, and this made having good matches with anyone was virtually impossible. The following year in 2007, WWE made the controversial decision to make him the new world champion. This was a decision that was heavily criticized, as the crowd responses to Khali didn't warrant a world title victory. His run as world champion wasn't exactly great, and his matches with the likes of Batista and Kane were borderline failures. It took WWE years to realize that Khali wasn't going to
That
work
Khali,
as a top star,
what was the
and
name of that
eventually
move?
be relegated to
He
a
was
comedic
squeezing their
role
head.
in the company. But there you have it, folks. 10 WWE wrestlers who were pushed beyond their merit. Be sure to leave your comments down below. I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.
Alright, y'all, another great video, man. Let me know down below in the comments what y'all thought of my reaction to this video and what the name of that move Khali had when he used to squeeze their heads. Like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.